I think treatment is probably the most pressing challenge that we face with fecal sludge management in the urban developing countries south. I think we have a huge gap in coverage, but we also have probably a bigger gap in treatment. Estimated 70 to 90% of most developing country cities have waste that goes untreated. And we have limited capacity. In India, you have most wastewater treatment plants concentrated in just a few cities. And in Nigeria, a country of 182 million people, you have one wastewater treatment plant. I think one of the really exciting things that's happening in innovation around fecal sludge management is the idea that we can do it on a smaller scale, that is decentralized so that it can get closer to communities that are underserved, but also the elements of decentralization that allow for resource recovery. So you're able to harness energy or harness biochar from these decentralized treatment systems. New innovation takes time, and I think that is a challenge to get it oriented in the marketplace. I think one of the biggest challenges probably is around policy, policies and regulations and enforcement, where you may have some treatment capacity, but if pollution control and good service regiments are not enforced, those treatment plants are going to go underutilized. I think these innovations will make cities more equal by delivering services where they're needed the most. In most cities in the global south, we have probably 30 to upwards to 60% of the population in informal settlements or low-income areas. Most of those areas are not well served, but by innovating with decentralized systems that are closer to those communities, smaller scale, I think we can make a huge impact on those that are not served well. I think there are a number of co-benefits from these innovations. One certainly is in terms of economics, economic benefits. It's pretty well documented sort of what are the GDP impacts of poor sanitation on a country or a state. So you see health having an impact on income. You also know that better sanitation contributes to dignity and mobility. With mobility, you get better access to job opportunities and income earning potentials. And you also have environmental impacts, which have a real cost, an economic cost to families and to their cities. From an environmental standpoint, obviously the biggest issue is a cleaner environment. Waste that is properly handled and treated keeps it out of drainage ditches and waterways, where it's a real health hazard. It's an eyesore, it's a problem for the city and its economic development, but it has a real impact on the community itself. And I think as you explore opportunities for resource recovery, we have the opportunity to reuse water, cut down on the volume of use of water, save energy, generate new energy from these new innovations, and also address agricultural and climate change issues by creating a biochar that can serve as a supplement for agriculture.